I'm back, baby. I'm back and better than ever. I'm eating. While I'm eating, I wanted to think, because I realized there was something I totally didn't even touch on. I only talked about substances. But I feel like sometimes relationships are like substances. I can get I can get pretty far in a split if you can't tell. My goal this year is to be able to do the split, so I'm getting there. Anyway, sometimes, so substance use, I feel like learning to get away from that is a skill. Relationships, I feel like, are the same skill. Where, like, you have to build. Why is she burst like that? Ah! I'm kidding. It's fine. It's literally just a mozzarella ball. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Somebody's late. Okay, what was I gonna say? Oh, something else. Not within substances, but within people and things. You have to get comfortable with rejection. And making mistakes. Those are two things I've had to master the past couple months. I am in an administrative role in my job. So, I work in basically management in a way. I'm not going to give you details because this is the World Wide Web. That's my favorite bit right now. I don't know why. But, you goof. Sometimes you goof, and sometimes you goof in big ways. And you cannot kill yourself over spilled milk. You know that, like, don't cry over spilled milk? Yeah, sometimes you make a mistake. Even, like, a couple weeks ago, I would make a mistake and I would literally be like, I might as well just die. Not seriously, obviously. But it was like, oh my gosh, I made a mistake and I feel sick to my stomach. I cannot believe I messed up in this way. I never want to mess up. That's the killer. You have to be comfortable with making a mistake because you're going to make them, okay? And it doesn't fix anything. You don't prevent mistakes by being mean to yourself or not being able to handle making a mistake. Today, I goofed in a big way. Small thing, but, you know, enough for my coworker, who's also in the admin team, to be like, hey, I'm giving you grace because I don't think you knew this, but we absolutely cannot do this. And I was like, thank you, oops. That's all you can do. You can't sit there and be like, it doesn't fix anything. It doesn't, and not that, like, your job is to make other people comfortable, but, like, to be successful in a high-stress role, you have to be comfortable with that uncomfortable stuff. And not even in, like, that, but, like, in your day-to-day life, you have to be okay with being like, oh, whoops. Didn't know that. Now I know that. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. You can't be like, well, I had no idea. No one's ever told me that. Or, oh my God, I think someone told me at one point, but I forgot. And, girl, it's fine. Did anybody die? No. Did anybody get hurt? No. Is it like the authorities are coming? No. Is it, even if it's like your boss is going to come sit down and talk to you about it, you're going to be fine after. You're going to be fine. So, you have to be okay making a mistake. Even now, you know that meme where it's like thinking no one knows you goofed, and then the text comes in the group chat, or like an email gets sent out, or someone says over the intercom, like, it has been brought to my attention that and you sit there and you're like, I used to in my old job, I would be like, I would feel so guilty and embarrassed that I felt like I had to say that it was me, and I had to be like, that was me and I didn't know that, and it's somebody else's fault for not telling me, and it'll never happen again, I'm so sorry. It's fine. You didn't know it. Or someone told you and you forgot. Sorry, I promise it will not happen again. I will do my best to ensure that that doesn't happen again. And, like, no one else makes the same mistake. Someone's calling me. Yellow? I'm on another video journal. What's up?
Okay. Are you using one of the HDMI, like, are you using both monitors in the office?
I was, but my computer's gonna die, so I'm gonna have to plug it back in when I get back anyway, so you are free to take one if you need one.
Okay. Should I take the one that's connected to your computer?
Either of them. There's two of them, because there's one for each monitor that connects to the adapter, and then that gets plugged into my computer.
Okay,
So,
I see.
yes.
Alright, I'll just surprise you then.
Okay, I can't wait to find out.
Okay, alright, bye, thanks.
No, yeah, bye.
What?
Okay, anyway. Okay. I just got so red. I stumbled over my words crazy. Anyway, okay, let's stop being red. So, sometimes you have to be okay making a mistake. Oh, what are they saying? I didn't read the text message. Okay. Anyway, that's just a day in the life. Sometimes people are gonna call you and you're not gonna know what to say. And then sometimes they're gonna call you and you're gonna have the answer and you're gonna stutter over your words anyway, and that's fine. Because guess what? That stuff doesn't matter that much. All those little things, they really don't matter that much. I have like 25 minutes until I need to leave. So, in October, I had been dating someone for 4 years. We were going to get married, right? It was like we were on the same page. I proposed. They said yes. Then 10 days later, they said no. And I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty details because that's my business and not your business. But there was a lot of feelings of betrayal, and I think on both of our parts, there were uncool things that happened. And in the end, it's over and done with. That level of that level of rejection, crazy work. To have a fiance and then be broken up with, that was crazy. But also not the worst thing that's ever happened to me. But in the moment, I felt like somebody died. My body and my brain reacted as if somebody had died. And I'd like to make jokes. I'm a triple orphan. Both of my birth parents and my grandpa who raised me passed away. So, like, it's just me and my grandma. But, like, she's my mom. She raised me, so she's my mom. But, like, it's just us. So, like, I have had my fair share of grief. I have had my fair share of difficult experiences. And I've still had a really great life. Very privileged, very cool, very awesome, very much a lot of positive things I'm very grateful for. And those hard things, you know, they were difficult. So, like, I forgot where I was going with this. Okay, so, yeah, not the worst thing that's ever happened. Nothing. The thing is, the majority of breakups are not going to be the worst thing that will ever happen to you. In fact, my cat is on the counter. Get down. In fact, a breakup is 9 times out of 10 going to work out in your favor. Obviously, you know, wish the best for my ex. I hope nothing but good things come her way or whatever. My computer's gonna die soon. Okay. But also, it took a little bit of time to get there. And at first, I thought, I need this person. What am I gonna do? Not only do I need them emotionally, I need this relationship to feel stable and good, um, we were about to move out together. And I needed that roommate. I thought that I needed that person to survive. Um, I relied on them in a lot of ways. I'm not proud of that, but I'm aware of that now. Um, yeah. So then I moved out on my own, and I have my own apartment, and I love it, and um, not talking negatively at all, but separate from that situation, my life is so good now. Like, I have my own place that I love. It is all my own. I can dance around my apartment if I want. I can party. I don't party, but like I can do as I please. I can have my friends over. Haven't done that in a minute, but like, you know, I can live my life, and I don't need another person to feel fulfilled and to feel happy. And I think sometimes you need to be humbled. I think sometimes you need to be reminded you actually don't need anybody. You just want them. You want the comfort that this brings. You want the idea of we're going to have a perfect life together, and we're perfect for each other, and everything is good, and this is awesome sauce, even if it's not. And sometimes you want that so much that you're not willing to look at what is not working and to be okay with taking that scary step and figuring it out on your own and fulfilling yourself. If you're always like looking to plug in something, whether it's a substance or a person, a friend, a relationship, a partner, you know, the cat is going crazy. Eventually, the universe and God is going to come in and be like, sweetie, you don't need that. I'm going to take it away. It's like when you hold like a kid with a pacifier for too long. At some point, the Heavenly Father, your daddy-o, is going to come in and say, get that out of your mouth. I told you. I cut up all the other ones. They don't work anymore. This is the last one. I'm taking it. You need to figure out how to regulate. People don't talk to their kids like that. I don't talk to kids like that. But that's metaphorically God coming in and being like, get up, okay? You're going to figure this out now. It's your time. It's time for you to figure it out now on your own. And that can be really scary. And even after the breakup, I found myself being like, oh, I really like this. I want this. I need this. And then the universe is like, you're not ready for that. Okay? Okay. So like, chill. Chill, girl. And at first, it's like, no, but I really want it. And then sometimes you're able to get knocked down from a need to a want, and then God is like, I know you want it. Okay? You think I don't know that? Maybe you're gonna get it at some point if you just chill out. And so that's where I am now. Is that like, everything that you want and you need to be able to provide it for yourself, from within yourself, and build a life where you are not relying on anybody else for anything. That is my ideal goal. And I'm getting there, but it doesn't happen overnight. And you don't have to run away from it as a whole. Just because you're not ready doesn't mean you need to shut yourself off completely. Sometimes it just means, and like run away. Sometimes it means you have to sit with that want right next to you. And you have to be like, I want this. I know it's not time for this yet, but hey, all right, what's next? What do? I gotta get to work. I gotta go do my laundry. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. You can't, and then your world becomes so full of all your things that then that thing that you want, you can be like, oh yeah, that's there. Yeah, that would be cool someday. Yeah. But, I got a lot of stuff going on. So, whenever it happens, it happens. And yeah. That's where I am with my friendships right now too. Is like I miss my friends. I want to hang out with my friends so bad. But I also know that like it's girl boss era right now. They're in their girl boss era. I'm in my girl boss era. We're all trying to girl boss, okay? In so many facets, in work and personal life and social life and all of this. So I know that when things are meant to be, they will be. However they are meant to be, they will be. And all of this space and all of the distance and all of the uncomfort, it's not something that I cannot handle. And it's also not that bad. Just like with the quitting smoking, it's not that hard. You are stronger than you think that you are. You are more than capable of dealing with it. And not like crashing out every day and just like chilling and taking, like sometimes, that quote that's like, God, there were times when I looked down and there was only one footprint in the sand. Where were you? And God is like, girl, I was giving you a piggyback ride. Okay. You need to recognize sometimes you're in piggyback mode. Sometimes you're in the back seat of the convertible and Jesus is driving and you're just there like, okay, I don't know. Anyway, that's what I have to say about that.